Okay, so this is going to be my public speaking final reflection video where I'm talking about the four pieces of advice that I would give to somebody that's going to take this class. My first piece of advice, the thing I would do day one when I walk into the class, would be become friends with the people around me. Talking to the people in the class and all the improv activities and all, like when we played charades, that was all very helpful. Like it kind of seemed dumb at first, like doing all the getting to know me stuff. It's kind of annoying, but I think in this class it's more important than any other class I've ever taken, that you get to know the people, because the more comfortable you feel just talking to them, being friends with them, the less awkward you're going to be and the less scared you're going to be to go up and give a 7-minute speech, right? So definitely I'm glad that I like all the people in my class and that we're all friends. So that would be like the first thing I would do. The next thing I would do when it comes to the speeches would be to practice and prepare the speeches thoroughly. Although like I did practice my, 5 speeches, I practiced them a lot. I still feel like I could have been more. I mean, my informative speech, I practiced it like 10 times in front of like 5 different people, and I still got a bad grade on it because I didn't have it memorized, so I was looking down a lot. So yeah, it's very important that you have not only it memorized, but like you know enough about your topic to where maybe if you get off track, you can dial back in because you're able to just talk about it. And that leads me into my next point, which would be pick topics that you know that you like, right? Don't like my informative speech, I got assigned gerrymandering because I did the form last minute, right? And I put in 5 random things I didn't really care about. I got assigned with gerrymandering. So I had to sit there and research and make a speech over gerrymandering, which is something I don't care about, and ended up getting a bad grade, not because my speech was bad, but because I didn't know anything about it, and I was sitting there looking down, reading what I had researched. So not only should you practice like the things you pick, but you should know very well the things you pick, right? My third piece of advice that I would give would be to understand your audience, right? It's very important to understand how to persuade your audience, not only persuade, but like how to keep them engaged. It's not really part of like the grade usually, like how well like the class like rates your speech, right? It's all about whether you like follow the rubric, did everything right, created an engaging speech. But it is very important that you're actually talking about things people care about, things that are current, right? Don't come out there, like, know you're in College Station, Texas. Don't come out there talking about things that most people in the class are probably going to disagree with, because, people can judge you, people can dislike you and make it harder for the class going on. The last thing is kind of like the obvious one that everyone's worried about. Public speaking anxiety, right? Getting up in front of a class. This goes along with my first thing. Just become friends with the people in the class. Don't think of it as a group of random people, or else it's gonna suck. Like I know I had this class at 9 a.m. and I wanted to move it to later in the day, but I'd already talked and met with the people in my class and I liked everyone. So doing that I thought would just hurt me. So I actually kind of took a loss. Had to start getting up early. I had like a 3-hour gap in between my next class, and it sucked. But I thought that it was more worth knowing the people in my class and having a good relationship and having a good group of people that I can talk to and feel comfortable with, than getting to sleep in and doing all that. So talked about getting to know the people you're with, practicing, knowing your audience, and mastering your public speaking anxiety, right? So those are the 4 things that I would keep in mind, and those are the 4 biggest things that I've learned. I learned a lot in this class, and I'm glad I took it. Thank you.